I'm running away from the past I left behind. I'm looking for answers, but I'm blinded by the light. I'm lost in the music and I stay here for the night. I promise I'll be gone in the morning, out of sight and out of mind. No blind, out of sight and out of mind. No standing still. It's like you're stuck in a nightmare, but you keep doing it for the thrill. Well, this is reality, you only live it once, so wake up from your dream. But just for tonight, let the lines get blurred, let your thoughts be free, let your thoughts be free.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Elite FPL. Joining me today is the one and only Steve-O. Hello Steve-O, how are you?
Yeah, good afternoon, good evening, welcome.
Yeah.
Look, I say I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be an interesting stream because I literally don't know what I'm doing with my transfers.
You don't?
No. Well, I do, but it's a case of...
Well, either you do or you don't, Steve-O.
Well, this is the thing. I don't really want to be doing a -4, but I think I'm going to have to. And I think that the returns are going to be potentially very, very good, but we'll get onto that in a minute.
House alarm's going off again.
Yeah, every day. Welcome to my street, tossers.
So either fireworks, ice cream vans, or house alarms.
Yeah, like I said,
a bit of peace and quiet. A bit of peace and quiet every now and again doesn't.
I'll just go to the graveyard.
Just go to the graveyard now. So take a little torch with you. In fact, that'll be more interesting watching you walk around a graveyard at this time of day in the darkness with a torch than actually what you probably have to say about your FPL team.
Yeah.
You know, I just want to say it feels like a year ago since we last did a stream together, Steve. When was the last stream?
Last week, wasn't it? It was Saturday. I can't, because you didn't do Sunday surgery, did you? And then
No, I did.
yeah, it was this time last week. Surely, I'm sure it was. Yeah.
Yeah. Hello to everybody in the channel.
Who's there? Yeah, who is there, Jay?
Peter Scullin, hello to you, David Hamill, Animations, Nick Treadwell's there, Cinnamon's there, Matthew Eziashi, Harbour Boy David 316 is there too, B Blair, Sparta, Harbour Boy's watching us on Twitch. B Blair's saying he's rolling, he doesn't know what to do, so he's going to roll his transfers. Live Stevo transfer says Mark, I still said Mark Hamill, David Hamill says, evening Phil, hello Seb. I've actually got a blistering headache, so apologies if I struggle to speak. It's because I've taken some paracetamol and wait for it to kick in. Yeah, I'm pretty much set with my team, so it's quite nice to actually have you relaxed. Well, stressing, I should say.
I'm not stressing. I want to talk about the fact that I've now closed the gap to me and you to 19 points, Jace.
Is it really 19 points? I thought it was a bit more than that. 19?
No, it's 19 points. Exactly 19 points.
Wow.
I'm 690, you're 709.
Wow.
And I'm looking at bringing in one of your players.
Like you've this. Well, why not carry on the freaking? This is what you've been doing all the time, isn't it? Bringing the players I've been bringing in.
So one of your players I'm bringing in, which is Darwin.
Great.
And then the other two are complete differentials on you. But Phil Foden is someone that scares me this game week, the same as Kevin De Bruyne. I'm not too fussed about Haaland because whether you're captain or not, I'm not captaining him, so we'll be going down that route. And
okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at that -4 and thinking it's looking pretty good. I could do a free one, but I'm just kind of like wanting to get rid of Trossard because that Chelsea game is not particularly great. So if you carry on talking, because that alarm is getting on my nerves, so I'm just going to close the door, right?
Come on, Jason. No, I'm not going to get the guitar out. It was awful because I had the music playing as well. So I was playing a guitar, singing songs, and then had the music playing in the background, which I completely forgot about. So it was awful, Steve-O. Yeah, I mean, you can't hear me now, but the chat was just saying about me playing the guitar, and I was saying that it was clashing with the music that was on the stream, which was a shame.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Steve said exactly the same thing. That unfortunately,
turn the music off.
when you kind of were playing, I can't remember now, but yeah, it was interrupting. But to be honest, I listened back. It wasn't horrific. I think it's Dan says it's a hypercriticism.
The drum kit in the background. Yeah. So the drum kit has now got. I got a new symbol for it. So I got this off of eBay. Right, this symbol off eBay for 50 quid. 50 quid, an absolute bargain. Can you see that, Steve? You see the drum kit?
I know what it looks like. Your video isn't on for me.
It's not. Oh, I thought I turned it on. Let me see if I can turn it on for you. I'll say. Well, I am still learning, so I'm as I learn, I will I'll upload videos onto the YouTube. I'll put as private. I'll do them as member videos because I'm not at a good level. I'm not at a good enough level at the moment to upload public videos of me playing the drums. But I do hope to at some point have a level of drumming which I can be like, oh, start a new channel. You see me now?
I can see you, yes, all loud and clear. Able to fit the drum kit behind you, perfect.
Just about, yeah, you can see it now. There we go. Oh, there you go. It fits just behind. So this shed is bigger than what you think, isn't it?
Well, like I said, it's bigger than my room, so that's the scary factor.
But that little thing there in the corner that you see there, what I'm pointing to, that is where I put my mobile phone when I'm listening to drum lessons. So I'll have a YouTube video playing normally, and it's just like going through rudiments or fills or just simple grooves. And I'm also going to have to learn sheet music as well. Sheet music is something which is almost a must-have for. I don't. Even though I play guitar and a little tiny bit of piano, like keyboard, I don't actually read music. I normally do it by ear. So sheet music has always been the thing that I've been like, no, thank you. Anyway, moving away from that, Jesus to Darwin, decisions.
It's not a decision. You do not do that transfer. Ridiculous. Jesus at home to Nottingham Forest. No. I mean, even you must be thinking that, Chase. Even if Francis Logan's got the luxury of doing that.
Yeah, it's a luxury move. Hello Dilkington, hello to you, to Marcus there, podcast shorts, love the new drum kit in the background, thank you. Thank you. Hello to One Life. Must have been a nightmare for the guy shipping it. He packed it well. But these cymbals actually, they're really well made Roland cymbals. Like, I got it for 50 quid. You can't get those ones for less than like 110, 115 quid normally. So I got it for like 45 quid. But they're designed to take an absolute battering. So, they can easily go through the raw mail. Where things do take an absolute battering, to be honest. I've been working on my 12, Steve-O.
What?
My 12, my drumstick 12. Would you like to see it? Hang on. I'm under pressure now because I've got people in the chat watching me, but hang on, I can't do it when I'm sat down. It's really weird. Hang on. I don't see it.
That ain't it.
That's how you do the fake 12. Hang on.
The fake one, yeah.
Yeah, the fake 12. Yeah, I've been practicing the fake 12.
There we are.
Bit by bit. Stephen Smalley says, you're looking calmer today.
I don't know what that means. Can you hear Jason's neighbour at 4 a.m. as he's playing the drums? Can you hear Jason's neighbour at 4 a.m. as he's playing? What does that even mean properly? I know what you're referring to, but...
Can my neighbour hear me at 4 a.m? No, I don't play drums at 4 a.m.
And all you hear is tapping. It's just...
You just hear... You hear this. You hear this noise. It's
yeah, it's nothing.
Tapping. But the bass drum, when I hit the bass drum, you hear that from miles away. Like, you hear that in the kitchen of my house. so I can't play the drums at like past 10 o'clock at night. Well, I wouldn't be playing them past 10 o'clock at night. So even though they're not real drums, they do make a noise. I have full trust in my Firmino captain, says HL in the chat.
Nice. Do you consider it, James? Or are you still just going to captain Haaland?
Hey, Captain Haaland, mate. Why not?
I want to talk about last week briefly regarding your team and what an absolute, let's be real here, your failure of a -16s. But I actually think it's going to all come back to haunt us. This will haunt me this week.
I don't really want to revisit it, but yeah, we can talk about it. It was just a shocking game week for me. Like the whole Foden situation. He was obviously benched. He was my captain. I was looking forward to potentially getting my. But basically, I was screwed basically from the start. I was looking forward to getting returns from the players, all the players that you can see there in the attacking positions. Firmino. I mean, it was just Haaland again. Just you can't bet against Haaland. You really can't, and it's like I said, like I'm at peace with my decision. I know what the risk is if I don't captain Haaland. So be it. it's not, I understand the risk. Yeah, it killed me. Not only did I take a -16, but I lost a lot of points on Haaland. In fact, I lost 11 points. 11 points down on Haaland alone.
What were you doing when the game was being played? Just
as soon as I knew the lineups, I just disconnected from football completely, and I just thought, you know what, this weekend is not about football. I'm going to learn to play the drums. I got the drum kit and I started playing the drums, and I was learning, and it took my mind off football completely. I wasn't stressed. I wasn't angry. I wasn't hating the world because I made a big failure, and it was good. It was good for my mental health. So can't hear Steve-O at all. That's because he's a million miles away from his mic.
Yeah.
You can't hear Steve-O? Talk, Steve-O.
Hello, 1 2 1 2 1 2. Blah, blah.
You are so quiet. Are you whispering?
No. I have to talk like this because of housemates. If you want me to talk loud, I've got to become closer.
Okay, I've turned you up to 200% as you did that. So I turned you up to 200%. There we go. Talk now.
Hello.
He doesn't talk at a regular level, guys. So 1 minute he'll shout, next minute he'll like, yeah, if you talk to me like this, and he goes, I'll talk to you like that.
The thing is that I just think that some people are hypercritical of things when, like, I personally listen back to the streams and I'm like, as Firetalk says, sounds fine. It's just because you've got your settings at certain levels, and it's essentially affecting your volume on the thing. That's all it is. Anyway, whatever.
I've changed him to 200% anyway, so it's fine. You've got him at 200%.
Again, I don't really care about the issues. I want to talk about fantasy football, and you were saying just briefly then about switching off from obviously the game, and then let me just go back to last week just quickly because I'm trying to think when the Liverpool game was. It was on. That's right, Sunday. Then of course your Liverpool assets.
Yeah.
In fact, they played in the morning, of course, at 12:30. I forgot about that. And they're losing 1-0. Again, you must have been absolutely dejected from that.
Yeah, because I bought Trent in. Yeah, I mean the whole thing. If you go to my transfer history, you can see that it was all a big failure. I bought in bought Darwin in for Kane, bought Firmino in for Martial, bought Foden in for Maddison, and I bought Trent in for James. So it was really it was crap. Firmino did nothing. Foden did nothing. Trent did nothing. It was just rubbish. In every level, it was just rubbish. I've just done the one transfer, Steve-O, for this week. You've
done a transfer?
Yeah.
Oh wow! Oh really?
Just one.
Okay.
Just one. It's not an interesting one. You're gonna be like, oh, okay. Why'd you do that then? I did Kilman. You know that waste of space Kilman.
Okay.
I did him out, and I just brought in Ben White for Arsenal. Just have an Arsenal defender there.
So basically, the team that I'm going to be having this week, the only differential on you is Rashford.
Why, have you got Ben White too?
Yeah, I'm probably going to be bringing him as well.
You're joking.
No.
You're bringing Rashford in though.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to bring Rashford in for Zaha, but I'm keeping Zaha more week.
Zaha for this week.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah.
Yeah. I would. Thing is that I'm getting rid of Zaha next week. Because Crystal.
Wait, you've got Dallo?
No, I don't really want to be doubling up on United.
Right,
because of their next few fixtures.
Well, you said the only differentials you got is Rashford. So realistically, it'd be Dallo, Zaha, and who else? Foden and De Bruyne.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, they're decent enough differentials.
Oh, absolutely. De Bruyne and Foden, but I don't think that Leicester game is going to be as easy as what people seem to be making out it to be. Do I expect Man City to win? Yeah, but Leicester in form at the moment, and Man City's away record isn't that particularly great. And I do expect that be a tight game. Like I don't know.
Well, spoilers
2-1.
saying that last 3 head-to-head clashes between Leicester City and Man City at the King Power, 1-0, 2-0, 1-0. Add that the Haaland injury and not a good captaincy. I don't think.
So, I'll be honest. I'm going to be loving it if Haaland doesn't make it. What? Okay, we find out Haaland. Imagine at 11:25, Andy is doing his stream, and then he hears for real that Haaland isn't going to be playing. Do you change your plans, Jace? Or you just think, oh well, I've got a substitute that can come in, genuinely?
Well, yeah, I've got Ben White will come in against Nottingham.
Oh, you're not starting Ben White?
No, I haven't got any way of starting Ben White. He's a sub. He's first sub. Wow. Well, who do I start? Who do I start over him? I bought him in because he's a good asset to have off the bench, and to essentially, like for me, I had the money available, so I was going to do it.
So you're going to be playing Dalot, Trippier, and Trent.
Yeah, Zaha, Martinelli, Foden, De Bruyne, Firmino, Darwin, and Haaland, with Ben White on the bench first sub. Yeah.
So you're starting at... Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. You see, I would...
Well, Marcus is saying start Ben White over Dalot.
I was going to say start...
No,
Yeah, well...
I think Ronaldo's going to play some good minutes against West Ham, and with Dalot's balls in, he's got a chance of getting on the end of that. So.
He obviously, of course, a lot of the fantasy assets scored in the Champions League or the Europa League. Man United, they won 3-0. Did you watch the game?
Yes, I did. I watched the game.
How did they look?
Yeah, I think. Well, it was as a lot of people expected the game to be. Certainly in the first leg as well. I mean, it should have been. It was domination. Possession was. Well, I mean, the possession stats weren't as dominating as it looked, but that was because they were just defending it a lot, and just trying to pass it out. But have you seen Dalot's assist stats? Yeah, but it's what the stats say and what I see with my eyes, two different things. So
this is it's funny you say that, because again, I personally love the eye test. If I ever get to watch football, I love the eye test. And like I said,
I love watching Dalot play. I like Dalot's style of football. He's a very attacking, direct fullback, and he's got a good cross on him. So if he's got someone in the box that can put a cross away, then he's going to get assists.
Well, interestingly enough, my choice is literally between either Ben White or Dalot to bring in, genuinely. And Man United's fixtures are actually better than Arsenal's. And it's 3 more games left, which is just mad to think. But, you've got Nottingham Forest at home. You would like to think a 75% chance of a clean sheet.
Yeah.
Chelsea away, no chance. And then Wolves away, again, 75% chance of a clean sheet. Whereas the likes of Man United is a simple example where they're playing... Well, obviously, they've got West Ham at home, which I can't imagine that being a very high-scoring game. And West Ham are pathetic in attack. You've then got Aston Villa away, who have turned the corner, so to speak, and then Fulham away, who like to score. So I think I'm probably edging Ben White for clean sheet potential. Just. And you go.
No, I was just going to answer Mr. Anderson. What do I think of Anthony's spin move? Just a bit. It was just a showboating, which was unnecessary.
What was it?
So there was a point in the game just before half time where the ball was played to Anthony, and he did this completely under no pressure whatsoever by any Sheriff player. He did this little spin where the ball was kind of at his foot. It was something that you'd expect them to be doing on the training ground, just to spin around twice, like a 360, 720 spin with the ball at his foot, stuck to his foot. And then, of course, when he finished the spin, he then kicked it towards Rashford, I think it was, and it went out of play. So the commentators were like, "Well, what was the point in that? If you're gonna do that sort of shite on the pitch, you need to at least get the pass off." And he didn't. So yeah, it was stupid.
But the main important thing is you won 3-0. Confidence is riding high. I just mentioned it, but Ronaldo, has he learnt his lesson now? Or do you think that he's still going to be throwing his toys at the pram and just...
No. I think the situation first and foremost was handled well from Ten Hag. I think that Ronaldo is a big personality. He's got a big ego on him, and I think that he had to be dealt with. And I think he realizes that he's not going to get his own way by throwing his dummy at the pram. He's just going to get himself completely removed out of the equation whatsoever. Max donated £2 through Super Chat. I hope you're both well and have a good luck for this week. Thank you, Max. I hope you're well too, mate. I hope you've had a good week.
Hope you won the Pokemon tournament.
Yeah. What was the result of that Pokemon tournament?
That was last week. Last week Saturday.
It was last weekend, yeah. So yeah. I think Ronaldo is he wants game time. He wants goals. That's a definite. But regardless of what he thinks his future is at United, he wants both of those. If he gets the opportunity, he's going to want to. And he took his you could see he was desperate to score. He's had a bit of bad luck in front of goal lately. His finishing hasn't been as clinical as it normally is, and I think that getting that goal against Sheriff, that even though it was a rebound from a good save from the goalie, hopefully he'll start to sort of believe in himself a bit more. And it sounds crazy, right, saying believe in himself, but I really do think that he felt that the world was like, you could see that when he was missing the shots, he was like looking up in the air thinking, what have I got to do to score? I like this one. Francis Logan says, I brought in Bruno last weekend and should have had 2 assists. Some team is United. Oh, some team is due a doing of United. Yeah, I mean, Bruno was quality against Sheriff. I really liked his performance. It'd be funny, but yeah, they are a poor. They weren't the best of quality team to play against, but Bruno was doing everything he could to get Ronaldo a goal.
What do you think of Rashford?
Rashford will always be, for me, the best in the Premier League. Basically, for me, I would say Rashford is the best at beating the last man one-on-one with the goalie. Like, that's what you get from Rashford. You get pace. You get pace. And Rashford's great if you're playing against a team that's going to play a high line. He's amazing. Play against a team that's sat back, that's that's not giving any space in between the defense and midfield. Rashford's going to struggle. The only caveat to that is if he's on the left, where he likes to cut in and drive in from the left onto his right foot. If he's playing centre forward or striker, then as soon as he's got his back to the ball, back to the goal, he's not that effective. So yeah, I mean, I'd prefer Martial in that position if he was fit. I'd prefer Ronaldo against teams that are tough to break down because of his aerial threat, because he's literally the goat at literally leaping off the ground and putting balls into the back of the net. So whereas Rashford, I think, he's best on the left. That's why I think that Ten Hag starts with Ronaldo and plays Rashford on the left.
Yeah, I'm tempted by this -4. Darwin in Trossard. Scamacca, Trossard and Robertson out for Darwin, Rashford and Ben White.
Oh, just amazing moves.
And I should pay off. Robertson won't be starting against Leeds. I want him to, but he just won't, because they've got a really important game against Napoli.
Trossard, though, against Chelsea, could see him doing something.
Dire game.
0-0, you reckon?
I wouldn't go as far as saying 0-0. I think Chelsea edge it. 1-0. It's going to be a tight game. And then Liverpool at home to Leeds, I think. Honestly, Jace, you know what? Go against the grain. Captain Firmino or Darwin. I think that could be an absolute battering if Liverpool decide to turn it on. Genuinely.
When will Martial be back? I don't know.
Ben Dinnery said that he could be back for the final game before the World Cup.
Right.
So 2 weeks, a week or two.
Max Roberts says, interesting weekend to say the least. We'll jump on Sunday and have a chat with you guys. Cool. Sounds good. So let's just confirm your transfers that you've got in your head right at the moment. Let me get your team up on the screen. And then I'll be talking about the Rumble League as well a bit later on.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah, in fact, yeah, you could talk about the Rumble League and the YouTube Chat League. That'd be good, and the Rivals League.
Yeah,
that's a great idea.
So your transfers will be Robertson, Trossard, and Skamaka for Nunes, Rashford, and either Dalot or White. Probably White.
Ben White, yeah.
So White, Rashford, Nunes. Yeah, it's a no-brainer for me.
Be a -4. I could do 8.
And they play a 3-4-3 with. So you'd have White, Trippier, Alexander-Arnold, Pope in goal with Martinelli, Salah, Rashford, Zaha, Haaland, Mitrovic, and Nunes. And you're going to captain
Salah.
Trust in him now, do you? I don't.
It's just the simple fact that it's just Leeds, and it's at Anfield, and Liverpool play really, really well at Anfield, like really well, and Leeds are absolutely atrocious at the moment. And I am confident that with the new formation Liverpool are playing at the moment, which seems to be a 4-4-2 with Nunes and Salah up front, and I think that if they take that form from the Champions League into this game against Leeds, honestly, I think Liverpool score 4-5-6. Genuinely.
What about Arsenal against Forest? An outside
Arsenal don't
captaincy
score
pick.
enough goals. They don't. They're a really good team, but they just don't score enough goals. Like all the experts are saying it. They go 1-0 up, and it's just a case of right. Let's just sit back, and if we can hit a team on the counter, we hit them on the counter. But we're too good defensively to worry about any team, so we'll just soak up the pressure and then bang, let's go. Like you see it. I can't remember what game it was. They were absolutely battering someone, and they went 1-0 up really early, and then it was.
They were happy with the 1-0.
Yeah, come on, keep going, going, and they just were like, they just took the foot off the gas, and you're just like, but this is why you're not going to win the Premier League, because eventually a team will end up scoring against you, and like Southampton, and it's just, oh, what do we do? You know.
Yeah.
Whereas like a team like, I don't know, Liverpool, Man City, arguably Man United, when they played against Tottenham as an example, you know, they want to score goals.
Yeah, United are starting to show the sign of the hunger and desire to score more than one goal, which is great. I mean, not yet. We're not
against Tottenham.
We're not there yet. We're not consistent enough. Your game. I mean, and it's again, can we break down the tougher teams like the lower league teams? Can we break down?
West Ham.
Yeah. Can we? Well, this would be a good, sort of tester to see where United are in terms of their discipline and their ability to break teams down. Jason, I said Darwin and sell Jesus, and you said don't. Did I? Darwin in and sell Jesus. Did we say that? I thought we said to do it earlier on today.
No, I said don't do it. What I said was don't do it because Jesus has got Nottingham Forest at home.
I think it's a luxury transfer to bring in Darwin.
Yes. Yeah.
If you can do that, I think that if you've got no other things to do, that Darwin has got a good chance as well. But I think it's going to be one of those where they're, like you said, Arsenal. Have they got the same goal ceiling as Liverpool? I would argue no. I think Darwin potentially outscores Jesus, but I think I would expect both of them to get a return this weekend.
All I'll say is that the last 5 fixtures, so they play 5 fixtures at home. They've won every single one. They've scored 14 goals, conceded 7, and in 3 of those fixtures, they've scored 3 or more. 3-1 against Tottenham, 3-2 against Liverpool, and 4-2 against Leicester. The two games which are, quote, easier were both 2-1, and that was against Aston Villa and Fulham.
We've been asked a question from Cinnamon saying, are we following any of the games this weekend? Saturday. What game? You following the 3 o'clock games?
Yeah.
I can't do the 3 o'clocks, but I'll do the Leicester Man City game.
That would be amazing.
Yeah? I'll do the Leicester Man City game because I've got to go out for the 3 o'clock time for a Halloween party. It's not for me, okay?
No, I get that. Just eat the cake.
But I'll be listening in to you with my earpiece in one ear and my
listening out for none of our assets playing.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, Zaha, I've got Zaha playing against Southampton.
Yeah, great.
So, yeah. Robbie, yeah, literally. Yeah, you're right. Not much to root for on the Saturday afternoon. Yeah, I'll do the Leicester Man City.
Wow.
And
that is a treat because obviously a lot of people are going to be captaining Haaland, and if he doesn't start,
yes, including me at the moment. I've got. I mean,
there's talk that Foden may not start again.
Oh, don't even start that.
So, well, like I said, Pep is savage. And he came out and said words to the effect of he wasn't particularly happy with his performance midweek. So, again, read into what you will. I expect him to
but your
start.
players can play brilliant under Pep and still get rested. So,
yeah.
I expect Foden, Grealish, Haaland up front. Barring, because I think even though Haaland was seen limping, in inverted commas, he came out of the assessment with smiles and laughing. So I think that maybe it was for the cameras.
He's playing.
Yeah. He's playing around. But yeah, I think Pep's enjoying it too because they know that everyone's got Haaland in their fantasy football team. They know that. They're not stupid. So they love playing these games with us. Foden played 80 minutes midweek, 90% sure he starts the remaining 3, says JGFD. FGFD. Also, there was I don't know why it's coming up, but there was someone's name that you brought up in the chat the other day, which I thought, oh, that's funny, it's a play on the word. I didn't even know that. 66 tramps. Anyone back in the early kickoff, or are you going to be going for Liverpool under the floodlights? Well, I think Steve-O's made his decision clear. He's going to go Salah.
I made it last week. I literally said it last week.
Should we do a poll? Should we do a poll to see what people are doing and their captain?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, go for it.
You captain a Liverpool.
I'll do a Tashi here saying, "Hey, what's up? Are you our truth? What's up? What's up? Awful wrestler, awful gimmick." Podner saying, "Do you think Pep knows about FPL and FPL managers?" I think he's been asked that before. I don't think he has a clue, to be honest with you.
Of course he does. Of course he knows about FPL. Most of the backroom staff play it.
Yes. Yeah.
Are you captaining a Liverpool or Man City asset? The question is now posted on YouTube. Sorry to people watching on Rumble, Twitch, Facebook, Twitter. The votes are open. We'll do it for 10 or 15 minutes, so till 8 o'clock. See what people are doing. Man City, Liverpool, or other vote now. I think this is a good segue to just kind of cover what's happening in the leagues. So starting off with the Rumble League. So the awesome people over at Rumble. We started this game week 11, this league, and I thought I'd have a chance of staying top 4. Think again, Jay. I'm actually down in 48th. And there's only How many is there? How many people? There's 58 people in the league, and I'm 48th. So yeah, not very good. Murder on Zidane's floor. I like the name. No weak foot is top, 174 points. Joint top on 174 points. He got the highest points scored this week or this past week. That's why he's top. Boris loves Forest. Alfie Edgeworth is second place. Edgeworth, interesting. Very active on the old Discord there. Second place
really?
in the league. Yeah, very, very. AFC Dragons, Andrew Warfare's third place, and Gary Halliwell seems to be doing it. Seems to be doing well in every league. Is fourth. So
I see Max Roberts is there 8th.
He is. Payne and Diaz. Max Roberts, 8th place, 66 points. Yeah. So yeah, it's good. It's good to have a different league to kind of fight. You know, it's a lot more bunched up in that league. Edgeworth's got 73. He captained Haaland. Everyone captained Haaland, apart from me, the idiot. And we got No Wick Foot. He captained Haaland. Points from Madison. I transferred him out, Steve-O. Remember?
Yep.
For Foden. Yeah, that worked. Yeah, nice one, Jay. Do you give advice, do you, on your FPL channel? No. Cresswell, 8 points.
I don't know if you saw it. I clipped it for a
Castagna, 12
short.
points. Sorry, what was that?
I was just saying I clipped that moment again when you were doing the impression of Ronnie Cray. Just hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah. It didn't even notify me that yous were live. Dally Paul, if you hit the bell button on the... This is why it's important that you... If you actually hit us up on a Rumble, Rumble's actually really good at letting you know when we're live. Like, it'll really... And also what I like about Rumble is that Rumble will give you an email breakdown once a week of your subscriber. So, you know, I get an email from Rumble every week saying, here's what Elite FPL have done this week. And it gets a really nice, like, I really like that. YouTube would never do that. Fuck this. So, is that Podner and Brew at the bottom, says Firetog?
Yeah, Brew is not having a. He's not enjoying this season at all.
Yeah.
Like, really not enjoying it. And that's just Tottenham.
There's always next year.
Yeah.
That's what, just like the Arsenal fans say. So next league we'll talk about is the Rivals League. The Rivals League, David Foster is absolutely storming it. 783 points. That's, you know, that's a lot. So I'm on 709. He's on 783. That's crazy. Almost 100 points better than you, Steve-O.
Yeah.
Hollandaise Source, Dave Foster, he 48 points though, did take a -4, 44 points, not the best of weeks, allowing the other teams to catch up to him. Drop down, he got a red arrow, dropped down to 68,000 in the world. I bet he's really gutted about that. Yeah, it was Foden 1 point, Salah 2 points, Martinelli 2 points, Bowen 3 points, Trippier, Cancelo and Guy got him nothing. His back line got him nothing. His midfield got him nothing. It's literally points from just Haaland, Mitrovic, really alone. Andreas Pereira on the bench with 10 points there.
Well, talking of the bench, JGFD says, if you want to laugh, have a look at 15th in the world overall. Now, I have looked at it, and it is ridiculous.
15th in the world overall.
15th in the world overall, and look at his bench.
89 points. He captained Haaland. He had Kane, Mitrovic, Bailey, Andreas, Gordon, all returning for him. Justin Williams, 2 returning for him. He had a bench of Saka, Cancelo, and Saka, Cancelo, and Saliba with Ward on as well.
It's crazy, isn't it? He chose to bench these players.
And that is why he's 15th in the world.
Yeah. Yeah. Hit the nail on the head.
Second place is in the Rivals League is MNFC, which is Sanidia Raj. I'm gonna call you Raj. Raj is second. MNFC. He's done
SRS. He's Discord.
Is that SRS?
That's SRS. Yeah.
Oh right, there we go.
SRS. There we are.
Is it Sanidia? I think it's Sanidia.
Yes.
54 points. Sanatin Mings, Tyrone Mings, got 10 points. Mitrovic as well, getting him some points. So yeah, same old story. Little from the back, little from the midfield. So he's in second place in the Rivals League. Third place in the Rivals League, we've got Aman Dillon. We all know Aman Dillon, one of the oldest original watchers of the show, OG. Edison in goal, 5 points. Robertson, Trippier, Cello all getting nothing. Bowen, nothing. Martinelli, Zaha, nothing. Barnes would return. Captain Haaland.
He's third in the Rivals League. Wow.
Yeah. Kane, Harry Kane, he got 61 points. Big green arrow for him. Up to 112,000 in the world. And then we've got, in fourth place, we've got Jordan Leopard. Now, I don't know who this is.
Well, it's funny you say that. So, if I'm reading this right, it's someone else called Jordan. Brilliant. So, Dilkington is also called Jordan.
Right.
He's third in the YouTube chat league. And now we've got someone else called Jordan, who's fourth in the Rivals League. And I know we've got FPL Maestro, who, guess what, Jason, is called
Jordan. Yeah.
And he's doing very well.
Hey, Fozzie.
So
interesting.
So you've got a name that begins with J. Change it to Jordan. You'll be up there at the top as well. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. And finally, the YouTube Chat League. Gary Halliwell's top of that, 786 points.
Hold on a minute here. Looking at Jordan's team, that is third, fourth in the Rivals League. His bench: Ward, Castagna, Andreas and Williams. 8, 12, 10, 6. Jesus Christ. It's horrible. Don't worry, the players that didn't return last week will return this week. Don't you worry about that.
YouTube Chat League, we've got Gary Halliwell at the top. David Foster, we've already covered. Second place, Jordan Brennan, who is Veni Vidi Vici.
So that's Dilkington. He's here now.
Third place, he's got 71 points. Castagna, he played Castagna. Haaland captain, Mitrovic, Kane, Ward in goal. Wow. Played Ward over Pope. Nice. Serves those points. And then we've got fourth place, Madeline Tudor. Nice to see Madeline Tudor's up there. 775 points overall. 45 points that week. Not the best of game weeks, but still flying relatively high. Up, down, actually red arrow to 110,000. But he's fine. Andreas on the bench there. Nico Williams on the bench, like a lot of people. And then finally, we'll just look at the YouTube. We'll look at the Members League, the Elite FPL Members League. Check this one out, Steve-O. Top of the YouTube Members League. Sorry, YouTube Members. The Elite FPL Members League is Harry Daniels. Daniels 11. 801. 57 points. No hit.
Look at Harry's rank as well. 18,000th. Fair play to him. I think he's along with Raptor, one of the highest ranked content creators out there.
Very good.
So, good on him. Good on him.
Very, very good. And we've got Madeline Tudor, Begard, Vilmones, Vigard. Do you know who that is?
I know for a fact that he used to participate in the chat, but unfortunately I don't know I don't know if he does anymore.
Vegard, hit us up in the YouTube members chat. Say hello. He's doing very well. 83 points a week. He captained again. Guess who? Ireland. 112,000 overall. Decent. Very good. Very good. Bailey got in return as well there. Yeah, and I think that's it for the 360 No Pope. Interesting name. MT. 77 points. Australian flag, I think. I think it's Australian. It's not New Zealand, is it? Anyway, 77 points. No transfer made. He benched. I didn't. He played Darwin, but he had thingy come off. Probably Andreas off the bench, 10 points. Nice.
Yes.
Very nice. Yes, so that's where we are. So I think this that sums up the leagues, and now we can talk about the upcoming game week. So, Steve-O, how sure are you that these transfers are going to be done? Are you going to do them tonight, or are you going to wait till tomorrow morning?
I think I might just do them tonight, possibly. Possibly. I think I might just do them tonight, but...
Anyone going up in value that you may be interested in?
No, there's not. Robertson may be going down in price. That's the problem.
Oh, Almiron, Castagna, Andreas are all near price rises. What was I just going to do before I completely lost track of what I was going to do then? Thier Dilkinson. What was I going to do?
The fixtures.
Yeah, I was going to do that, but I thought I was going to mention something else. Oh well, it's gone. Can't have been
The
that
like
one.
button.
Hit the like button if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the Rumble button. Hit the follow button. Hit the whatever button it is that you've got in front of you. Show support. Follow us at Elite FPL on our YouTube, on our Twitter and Instagram, and also check us out on Discord with the rest of the amazing Elite FPL community at Elite FPL on Discord. With that said, I think let's go to the game.
Well, actually, talking of the Discord, I saw that you were in the Hangouts briefly. Did you enjoy it in there? Well, not that there's nothing to enjoy.
I just listen in to what they're talking about. Yeah,
because there was a lot of people involved, weren't there?
Yeah, there often is quite a lot of people involved. Boone is in there quite a bit. Podner's there, a lot of Firetog. Yeah, it's just listening in, see what their thought processes are. Yeah, so good. Red's in there a lot. Just listen to what they're talking about. Yeah, and then do the opposite normally. I'm only joking, guys. You know I love you really. No, but it's always good to just. I don't often have the opportunity to talk in there, but just listen. And then the odd time, like, oh, I wonder what Steve-O's doing. Then they'll ask me what I've done, but generally speaking, it's mainly about the upcoming week and who's the best looking picks, which is interesting to listen to. And Daddy Paul says Robertson will play Steve-O and Smiskus will play versus Napoli.
Wow, well, it's funny you say that, Daddy Paul, because you predicted the lineups last week and you said Robertson wouldn't start, and you also said something else. Can you let us know here if Robertson would 100% start? Because if he does, I will not be taking him out. I will not be taking out Robertson if he's starting. He thinks that, as you just said, Tsimikas will play versus Napoli and Derby. Do you think that will happen, Daddy Paul? Because genuinely, if that does, then that makes my life a lot easier. And it means that I can just keep my team as it is and just get Rashford in for Trossard, and that's it. Done. What do you think about that, Jace? Just doing the one move, so it's for free. And I've got the 2 Liverpool defenders and Salah, which I'm happy with if Robertson guaranteed to play. And then it means that I've got 2 free transfers for the following week.
How are you going to have a guarantee?
Because I entrust Daddy Paul's information.
Yeah, I mean, does it mean taking a hit? Yeah. Going to next week with 2 free transfers.
Yeah. Thank you for that, Daddy Paul. It looks like you've changed my mind.
Could easily bite you there.
I'm not really too fussed, to be honest with you. I'm happy with the Liverpool defence double up because Leeds is. This is when they're going to score 3 goals now, but Leeds' injury issues.
Well, he says
are so
100%.
bad
He will 100% place us, Daddy.
yeah, Leeds' issues are so bad at the moment that they're going to be lucky to field 11 players, for crying out loud. That's how bad it is.
Shh,
for
take
them.
the hit. There needs to be over 20 points between us. No, okay. Let's not keep influencing Steve-O, shall we? Let's move on to the game week in question.
I'm not influenced. I said it all along that if I do know that.
Well, you don't know. You
Robertson
don't
is
know.
not-
You don't. You still don't know.
Well,
You
I know,
just
but
trust.
I
You're
trust-
trusting in Dally Paul's judgment.
Well, he's been right all along.
Well,
Most of the time. In fact, I think
law of
Dally
averages say that.
Ali Paul predicted something else as well that came through.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that there is. And do you know what? Another player, in fact.
Dally Paul, I'm not your friend anymore.
In
Okay.
fact, I'll tell you what I would do genuinely as a punt.
Well, are we? Okay, go on then.
As a punt. Honestly. And he's got Fulham next. Can you guess which striker I'm thinking of?
Calvert-Lewin.
Fulham next. Straight up, yeah.
No,
But he's
God,
too expensive.
you're like Podney, you are. Was it Buffy?
Too
One or the other.
expensive.
Well, you can talk to chat a minute while I go and get myself something to eat.
Brilliant. Yeah, Calvert-Lewin for me. He's been bigged up by, what's his face, Lampard. Apparently he looked pretty good against whoever it was last week. They're up against Fulham, who do not keep clean sheets. But I can't do it because essentially he's too expensive. Ridiculous. He's gone down by 0.1. He's been out for the whole bloody season, and yet he's gone down by 0.1, which, in fact, he hasn't played since. He didn't play a single minute until game week 10. And yeah, it's something that I'd like to improve on the game. If I'm honest with you, I'd like to think that if any player isn't picked by anybody whatsoever, so if they're at 0% ownership, I think every week, every Saturday after deadline, they should drop down by 0.1. Because for Calvert-Lewin still to be 7.9, he's not an option anymore. But yeah, I just thought, based on Lampard's, not a bad idea. Tone, so get a Wobie, he's an assist machine. Nah, not interested in that. Well, I say that. Once again, their fixtures aren't too bad. They've got Leicester at home next. Well, Fulham away, Leicester at home, Bournemouth away. It's not too bad. I know
about Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah, we are. We're on about Everton. And just
Get him in, mate. Get him in. -4.
You've got to read into the comments made by the managers, and I think that
Guess what I've got?
well, I can be able to see what you've got.
Guess what I've got, mate?
Rubbish.
These are amazing. Gingerbread coated pretzels, chocolate, and they're amazing.
I'm not a fan of pretzels, unfortunately.
Oh, you're just a weirdo, aren't you?
Just give me Wenzel's donuts. Wenzel's iced donuts, delicious. Better than Krispy Kremes.
Hang on, we got a thingy come up.
What's that?
New subscriber, Harry Elliott.
Harvey Elliott. Wow.
Harry, I think. Thank you. We just missed that. Appreciate it. Okay, so let's move on.
Dr. Swan is saying, Steve-O and Jason, are you taking callers tonight on Discord? Yep.
Are we?
If you want to come, well, if we've got a few minutes,
We've got a few minutes.
we can happily take a call on. But we want to go for
you wanna
quickly go
chat.
for the predictions, don't we?
We do. Let me just get the old pen out.
Oh yes.
You like the pen, don't you?
Well, it's a bit of fun. It's a bit of novelty.
Yeah. Let me just I need to draw a little. I think I just need to draw a. Just rub off the.
Talk amongst yourself, Lance.
Well, you know. Just need to remove these silly little the broadcaster things out of the way.
Oh, just an update on the poll, Jace. So, the question was, are you captain Liverpool or Man City asset? And 49% are saying Liverpool, 40% Man City. Other is at 11%. So, people are quite confident in Liverpool here. Dally Pool, all right, I'll ask Dally Pool this. Do you think I should do the -4 to bring Darwin in and get rid of Robertson? So essentially have a triple up of Darwin, Trent and Salah instead of Robertson, Trent and Salah. Essentially, do I have Robertson or Darwin, Dally Pool? Like I said, I trust your opinion.
Right. So, I've got your...
In fact, just a quick one, Dally Pool. What 50p bets you doing this week? I'm not doing any because when the fun stops, it stops. And to be completely blunt with you, I did £15 worth of bets, 15 quid worth of bets last week. I missed. Think about this, Jace. Think about this. One 50p bet was on an accumulator on the 8 matches that were across the Saturday and the Sunday.
Right.
Okay. I did different outcomes like under 2.5, over 2.5 and all this nonsense, certain teams being a draw and stuff. The two teams, right, on 50p, I would have won, if it had come through, over £1,000. Okay?
Wow.
Two teams let me down. They were Everton and Aston Villa. Because I betted on Everton and Brentford to be under 2.5 goals, and the Aston Villa versus whoever they were playing. In fact, who the hell were the matches again? Essentially, both Aston Villa and Brentford and Thingy let me down because I predicted that they'd be scoring less goals than what they actually did. And if they had just
Aston Villa had Brentford,
right? And who did Everton have? Crystal Palace.
Yeah,
that's right. And essentially, it's the 1 week where every single week Everton and Aston Villa struggle to score 1 goal. And yet the 1 week where I decide they're going to score under 2.5 goals, Everton score 3, Aston Villa score 4. Thanks. I could have quit my job, Jace.
What song is playing right now? Says somebody in the chat. It is, I can tell you now. Song being played right now is Space Plus One by Nigel Good. There you go. It's there. Space Plus One.
There we are. Daddy Paul saying I've got both Darwin and Robertson, but I would be in favour of Robbo as he's on a lot of... Yeah. And Darwin has been coming off around the 60th minute mark, was carrying a little injury. Yeah, I think Daddy Paul, if I tell you what, Daddy Paul, if Robertson outscores Darwin this week, so I'm not going to do that now, I'm going to keep Robertson. If Robertson outscores Darwin this week, I say thank you. Sorry, if Darwin outscores Robertson, you owe me 50p. Whereas if Robertson, the player that you're entrusting, outscores Darwin, you just get a thank you from me. That's it. What a challenge that is, Jason. Anyway, I'm boring myself now.
We're in Discord. We are on Discord, and I'm mindful that people may be waiting. So let's go through the score predictions.
Yes, let's go. Go for it, Jace. Take it away.
Okay, so first game is, of course, the Leicester City versus Man City game, the midday kickoff. I will be covering this tomorrow. I'm going to go red. You're going to go orange. I'm going to give you orange today.
Okay.
So I'm going to go Man City to win this 3-0. Steve-O.
I'm going to give Leicester a goal. I'm going 3-1.
Okay, interesting. The history, like we said, what was said earlier on actually, by somebody saying
a lot of 1-0s.
Yeah. Bournemouth versus Spurs, Steve-O.
I think this is going to be a lot tighter than what people think, but I just think that Tottenham's quality shine through, so I'm going to go with a 2-0. 2-0. Tottenham.
Okay. I'm going to go with a... That's a good score prediction. I'm going to go 1-0. Brentford versus Wolves.
This is screaming out draw to me, so I'm going to go with... Do you know what? To hell with it. I'm going to go Brentford to win this. 1-0.
Oh, 1-0. I'm going to go... I'm going to go 1-0.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just the fact that Wolves can't score.
People saying 2-0 Spurs, 2-0 Højbjerg. Brace says One Life Soccer TV for the Spurs game, obviously the Bournemouth Spurs game. 2-0 Brentford. Dawson. Fozzie saying 2-0 Brentford. 2-1 Brentford, says Maestro. All right. Next game is Brighton versus Chelsea.
Obviously, Graham Potter going back to his former club. Again, I think a tight game here. I'm going to go...
1-0.
I'm just going to say, 1-0 to Chelsea.
I agree.
2-1 something. It'd be a goal in it. Barely anything in the game.
Crystal Palace versus Southampton.
The fact that Crystal Palace are at home, they do very well at home. I'm going to go 2-1 to Southampton. Crystal Palace. I'm just hoping Zaha actually repays the faith.
Have you got him?
Yeah.
Oh. Of course you have.
Of course.
I'm going to go to... I'm going to go 2-2.
Wow, a high-scoring game. Nice, I like it.
Newcastle versus Aston Villa is up next.
Yeah. My immediate thought is 2-0 to Newcastle. Unai Emery in charge is an interesting one. See how he does there. He did okay at Arsenal. I just remember when it came to like the big games, he wouldn't change his tactics to be defensive enough, and he'd just get absolutely battered. But I think Unai Emery could be a very good acquisition from Aston Villa here. I just think that because Newcastle are really playing well at the moment, I'm going to go 2-0.
I'm going to give Aston Villa a goal. I'm going to give them. I'm going to 2-1. Right, let me do. I'll go to the next one. Fulham versus Everton. Why did I say that? Oh, I'll choose this one next. Fulham versus Everton. Oh God, Mitrovic versus Calvert-Lewin. For me, this is a tough one. I'm gonna go against the grain. I think I'm gonna go Everton to pip this 1-0.
I'm going. Funny enough, I'm going 1-1. Only because Fulham are actually they're doing okay at home this season. I think that it'd be a tight game for Fulham, and Everton away from home aren't exactly pulling up trees per se, and they've only won one in the last 6, and that was away at Southampton in the last 2 fixtures. They've lost 1-0 and 2-0. So yeah, I'm going to go with a draw here, 1-1.
Wow, guys in the chat saying 2-2. Alan, A. Dawson, Fozzie's all saying 2-2. Matthew saying 2-0 to Everton.
I'll be high. Yeah, I mean, looking at the fixtures here for Fulham, they're all high-scoring games.
Next game is the evening game on the Saturday, which is Liverpool versus Leeds. Your man Salah.
Mm.
I'll let you
I
go
really
first.
do think, I think that this could be a hiding here. I'm going to put my neck on the line and I'm going to go with 4-0.
4-0. Okay, I'm going to go one less than you.
And do you know what? I'm actually seriously thinking, do you know what? Stick with your gut, Steve-O, and I'm going to do that -4. Get rid of Robertson and bring in Darwin. I really do think that I'd rather just go in my gut and say, do you know what?
No, don't do that.
Darwin.
Don't do that. I've got Darwin. He's my differential.
Darwin in. Get me a goal and an assist. Salah, goal and assist.
Get Jesus in.
And yeah, I think I might be doing that. I like the look of the transfer as well. I like the look of the transfer as well.
We move on to Sunday afternoon, 2 o'clock. Arsenal are up against Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, I just think that Arsenal have just got too much for Nottingham Forest here. Nottingham Forest away from home are terrible.
Most teams have got too much for Nottingham Forest.
And Liverpool didn't.
Well, they do, but they didn't play it. They didn't play very well.
No, Henderson played well. That was it. I'm going to go 2-0. 2-0 to Arsenal.
2-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's about as best score prediction as I can think of. 3-0.
Nice. And then on to the final game, Jace. Your boys.
Yeah, so I think this game could be this won't be a thrashing. This is going to be a tight game. One goal winner in it, and I'm going to go 2-1 to United.
Well, you were saying about the Man City Leicester game ending 1-0 3 times out of the last 6. Well, guess what, Jace? 1-0 has happened in this fixture 4 times out of the last 6. And in fact, the only occasion when this game has had a team win by more than 1 goal was you lot away at West Ham. In fact, the last 4 at Old Trafford have ended 1-0. In fact, one of the games was in the FA Cup, where, in fact, let's do some trivia for you, Jace.
Oh no!
So
I don't do trivia.
Well, who scored a 97th minute winner in a 1-0 victory against West Ham? Who scored that winner?
What? When?
In this particular fixture in the FA Cup last year. It was on a Tuesday evening.
Ronaldo?
Way off. It was Scott McTominay.
Oh.
Guess who assisted him? Rashford. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good point that A. Dawson says. If Slabhead starts, then West Ham are going to get a goal. Yeah.
Well, this is the thing, isn't it? Harry Maguire.
World Cup needs minutes.
And Varane's going to be out, isn't he? How much of a loss is that going to be for you guys? I think it's going to be massive.
Yeah, it's a big loss. What is the prognosis on Varane?
He's not going to be back until, well, after the World Cup. Oh, and just to let you know with the history, the last time these two played, it ended 1-0. Guess who scored the goal, Jace? Rashford.
Oh, God. You're getting him in, aren't you?
Well, I might just do it for free and that's it, done.
Yeah.
Move on to the following week. Maybe it's written in the stars.
What's your
Maybe I
score
can do
prediction on this one?
that. 1-0. I'm going 1-0 to United.
Okay. Cool. So, out of all the score predictions, only one of the... no, in fact, have I done the same as you at all in any of them? No.
No, we never do the same result.
Oh, no.
No.
Same result. Brighton versus Chelsea. I said 1-0. You said 1-0 and I agreed 1-0 to Chelsea. Yeah.
Yeah, 1-0, 2-1, something like that.
Interesting to see who prevails out of both of us come the end of the week. Right. With that said...
Well, we do have a game that proves that, but unfortunately I missed 3 game weeks, so I don't play it anymore.
Michael's waiting in the Discord.
Bring on the wall.
Michael. Oh, hang on. Hello, Michael.
Hi, how are you? Can you hear me well?
I can hear you, mate. Yeah. Can you hear us?
Yeah, great, perfect. Yeah, I've been wanting to come on for a long time now. Previously, I've had things going on.
It's all right, man. It's all good. How are you? How's your FPL journey going so far?
Yeah, it's all right. At the moment, I'm around 450k. Had ups and downs from 3 mil, and I've been getting 6 green arrows in a row until now. To be fair, so happy with that.
Very good. Very good. So, what did you want to? What did you want to chat about?
Yeah, so in relation to my team, there's a few minor errors that would be good to look at, just to see who I should get out and using my budget well and comparing to my mini league rival as well, which is my main goal at the moment to surpass.
Okay, let's just remove the move that off. And find out what's going on with Discord. Here we go. Right. You posted 2 teams.
Yeah, sorry. The
see,
first one's mine, and then the second one.
So your team's up here on the screen now. So Pope in goal, Cancelo, Trippier. What's going on there with the Man City kit?
That's isn't it?
Yeah, it's just an extension.
Oh, it's an extension you're using.
Yeah, it's just cooler, and then you can tell he's playing away.
What extension are you using?
Let me check for it.
Is it better FPL? Is it?
It's called FPL away kits. So whenever someone's playing away,
pretty cool.
Whenever someone's playing away, and then they'll cap their away kit on as well.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. So you got Cancelo, Trippier, Gabriel. After all these years doing FPL, it's the first time I've seen that.
Really?
Yep. Rashford, Martinelli, Bowen, Salah, Firmino, Mitrovic, and Haaland. Yeah, I mean, the only question mark is, do you keep Bowen?
Yeah. Well, I did saw the injury of Gabriel yesterday. So the day before. Yeah, it was yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was limping off the pitch, so that could be a concern, which could be more major than Bowen, because I'm okay just to play Andreas, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I only have 1 free transfer as well, so would I take a -4?
I don't know. Gabriel's gone up in value, hasn't he, since you got him in?
I got him in last week.
Oh, right.
So I don't think he has.
Okay.
I don't think he has at all.
Okay, so if you're going to take Gabriel out, who would you be bringing in?
Yeah, I was thinking either Everton defender or a Spurs. Or even Man City as well, if I nailed down the other defender option, but it could be difficult. Because Foden right now is a doubt for the game.
Is he?
I'm assuming.
Really?
I've seen a few comments. I've seen, him playing 80 minutes, I think.
I don't see him. I don't see him not playing.
No?
big part of that. I see him starting against Leicester personally.
Right.
That's how I. But then that's me. I mean, if there's rumblings and rumors going around that he's out of favour, then, I mean, I don't know. To me, he's looked brilliant. Yeah. I just think that people are just stirring the pot a little bit on socials. But
I see.
But I mean, could have egg on my face. Obviously, I've got him in my team, so could argue I'm biased. But
I'm sure if I get in or just play Andreas and use the transfer on Gabriel, or even on Firmino, if he doesn't he's due a rest after playing for so many matches, and although they don't really have that position to rotate with him other than Nunes, but
Steve-O, what's your thoughts?
No, I think looking at your team here, it looks really, really good moving into... I don't think you need to do any transfers whatsoever. I think just leave the team as it is.
So, worst case scenario, right? Gabriel doesn't play. Bowen, if he plays, he get a point. Firmino might not play.
Got Gabriel. Oh, right. Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
So that's four players that could be missing. I'm not trusting Nico Williams nor Emerson on my bench to get anything either.
No, definitely not. I'd be doing Gabriel, definitely. I'd maybe just literally swap over to, if you can, Salisu or whatever his name is, Saliba or Ben White.
Right, so it's a sideways transfer. Do you know when the press conference is? I know that their match is on Sunday.
Probably be tomorrow, I would have thought.
Before the deadline?
I doubt it would be before the deadline.
Yeah, that's the thing. So, if I want to do Bowen to Foden, which seems to be the sensible, or even Foden to Saka, at least Gabriel.
Your rival
as both Saka and Foden.
Yeah.
Mm.
And that you've got Rashford already in your team. You thought about maybe going a bit sneaky and doubling up on Man United attack and go Anthony for Bowen.
I am a United fan, so I would consider that, but I'm not sure about Anthony, especially what we've seen from him yesterday.
Yeah, he'll still start, in my opinion. Yeah, he'll start.
Yeah.
On the right hand side, we ain't got much variety on that right. That I think we've got options on the left, but on the right, I think it's Anthony's position.
It's very bold. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I want to keep it a bit differential, but obviously not too much. So Rashford would be a differential for me. Maybe Firmino, and Gabriel's injured now. If I captain Salah, perhaps a bit. And depends who I get in for Bowen.
I kind of like the... you've got the Rashford. I don't think you do more than one United pick. I think one's enough for United. But for me, I would be considering... Saka. Bowen.
Saka,
Foden is another one I'd be considering.
I'll see early team news and then...
But like Steve-O says, Ben White in for Gabriel. It's a sideways, but it's a headache. You're not having to worry about. It's against Nottingham Forest, who you'd like to think, a high percentage chance that they're going to keep a clean sheet in that game, because then Nottingham are pants. So I would say that that's what your options are looking like, really.
Right, and leave Bowen, so just play Andreas.
Well, you've got the one transfer or two.
I've got one only. 0.5 in the bank.
Well, what it depends on what your thoughts are for the remaining three games after this.
So, I've only taken one hit this season, which I only just realized last week. I took my first hit, so I'm doing well with transfers and managing that. So I wouldn't mind taking a hit.
It's actually two more games, isn't it? It's this game. It's the third game, so you got two more games after this week.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you look at the fixtures, you look at the players, you think, well, Bowen, Gabriel, like who are your likely replacements going to be, and look at the fixtures that they've got and say, right, Arsenal, they're against they're against Chelsea next weekend. I don't think that's an easy game. Away at Chelsea.
Yeah,
in a derby
and
game.
Wolves,
And then Wolves as well.
Defensive as well.
Could be a bit of a bogey team against Wolves as well. I just think that, I got White for this Nottingham Forest fixture. But
you're not playing him.
Well, no, but I've got him in if he has to come off the bench. That's what I meant. I've got him in to come off the bench instead of just rolling a transfer, because I'm worried about, from my point of view, if Haaland does. But the thing is, Haaland doesn't start. He comes on, surely, right? You'd think.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like, if he doesn't start, will he come on? Anyway, this is the thing. Like, and most people are going to bloody captain him anyway, aren't they? So, well,
I might go with Fasala, honestly.
I say casuals are going to captain him. The casuals are going to captain him.
Yeah.
The real FPL managers out there are going to go for probably a Sattler or a Liverpool asset, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Or an alternative City asset, maybe a De Bruyne, maybe a, maybe even an outside chance with an Arsenal attacking asset. Maybe people may choose to captain Jesus. I don't know. There will be people captaining, Arsenal assets, I think, as well.
Probably.
But
yeah,
I think that going forward, Gabriel needs to be done.
It depends how severe.
What about Dalot?
Yeah, I was gonna about to ask that. So in that price range, if I was to swap Gabriel, I'm not really sure about swapping to a direct Arsenal player, but I'll list some names. For example, Castagne, Cody, Dalot, as you said, Akanji, and Tarkowski, Hugo Bueno.
Castagne's fixtures are, we've got
a bit more difficult, I think.
Yeah. So you got
the City,
Everton. So it's not great. No. Weirdly enough, he is predicted to possibly be going up ahead of that City game. So I would say that for me, Dalot is the one that I like. The fixtures. Look at the fixtures. I mean, we talk about the fixtures between now and the World Cup. West Ham home. I could see us having a chance of getting a clean sheet in that game.
I back that as well. Actually,
Villa away. We've
been actually doing really good defensively.
Away from home, I think we're doing good. We're doing good. So, Fulham, Aston Villa and Fulham away, and then obviously the World Cup. I mean, for me, Dalot is for me the standout pick. But if you did want to just go to White, completely understand it.
Also, one other thing, I remember seeing a stat that Everton had the best defense in the league or something. Is that still the case, or are they still around that range?
It's not.
Not anymore.
It's because they don't concede that many goals. They don't really keep clean sheets. It's just. And again, they kept one last week, didn't they?
They did.
I say all that.
They did last week.
And their fixtures are very good coming up. Fulham, Leicester, and Bournemouth.
They conceded 2 to United in game week 10. They conceded 2 to Spurs in game week 11, and they conceded a goal to Newcastle. Normally two goals. They haven't been thrashed, but still they are losing. They have lost. They lost 3 games in the bounce, and then they beat Crystal Palace in a surprise result for a lot of people. I think that was 3-0.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, long story short, Gabriel out, either White, Saliba, Dalot. I mean, if you wanted to go for Castagne for that attacking output, you could.
Dalot's quite attacking as well, I have to say.
Yeah, well, like I said earlier on,
I'm quite liking Dalot
with Ronaldo, I think playing up through the middle. I like the idea of Dalot.
Yeah.
And I was saying
Right.
that. I was saying that at the beginning of the season. Like I was
Yeah.
bullish on Delo because of the idea of Ronaldo.
Right.
So,
Okay. Right. I appreciate that. I think I'll do to Dalot, and if I get team news that Foden definitely start, I'll get Foden for -4.
Steve Miller does make a good point. Dalot is on 4 yellows. Just be aware of that.
No.
But just be aware of that. You know.
Yeah, that's why I went Gabriel other than Saliba, because Saliba's on 4 yellows as well. Right. Okay. But yeah, thank you very much for the help.
I think about it. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I appreciate that. Appreciate that for your
All
time.
good, man. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, no problem.
Cheers,
Have a good
Michael.
evening.
Cheers, dude. And you.
Yeah. Bye.
What a nice guy.
It's just a scene from The Simpsons, isn't it?
Lexa, how's it going?
Hello guys. I'm not a native English speaker, but I hope I can understand you guys.
What's he saying, Steve-O?
What's
Is my mic?
What's he saying, Steve-O? I can't quite understand. I'm joking. You're speaking
I
fine.
was gonna say, is that...
You're speaking fine, man. I'm just winding you up.
Oh my god!
no,
I thought my mic was broken. Sorry.
Your English is fine. Welcome, Lex. Have you been on before?
No. I've been once in waiting room and you entered the show. I don't know what day it was.
Oh no, we ended the show. Where are you?
It doesn't matter.
Where are you from?
I'm from Serbia, actually.
Oh, nice, cool. Another extension you're using for FPL here. So it's not the away kits. This is better FPL. Is that right?
I also have the away kits, but it doesn't work. I don't know why, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. So anyway, well, thank you for coming on the show. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So, talk me through your team. You've got Pope, Cancelo, Kilman, Trippier, Saka, Zaha, Martinelli, Foden. I like the triple up of Arsenal.
Yep, just got him last week. I transferred in Saka, but I transferred out to Madison, and he scored a goal. So Madison, the ultimate troll this season.
Yeah.
But I got his 18-pointer, I think 17 points. I don't know, versus Forest. That was very lucky.
No, I like this team. Yeah, so did Steve-O. He got that as well. This is a good team. I
have a couple of questions.
I'm struggling to even think of something that I would do. I mean, Kilman.
That's the first.
Kilman to white, like question. I did.
I cannot go white. I have triple.
Oh, of course of course you have. Oh, easy. Kilman to Dalot then. That's an easy transfer. Yeah,
but that 4 yellows, and I think the bookies odds. I don't know, but I think the West Ham will score one.
But you got Cresswell. You got Cresswell. It's fine.
Yep, and Cresswell, I just do not know how he didn't get an assist. I have him since Gameweek 8, I think, or something, and I think his XA numbers are amazing, but he just can't get an assist. And I was thinking about Zuma, and now Zuma scores a goal, 15 or 12 points, and. But I like those two. I like
West Ham.
Palace.
Yeah.
And Leicester.
So, what is your question then? Sorry.
Of course, the captaincy.
I like
it's
it.
Kane or I just do not know who the captain is. Everyone except Kilman can be a captain.
I really like the Jesus pick.
I just think that it's gonna be like a 4-5 or 4-1 maybe, but I don't expect a goal. But if they don't score at least 3 goals. I just don't know how the Forest keep Arsenal at home. Maybe 2-0 is the lowest, but 3-0 and Jesus without an assist or a goal. It's going to be hard.
Arsenal, I mean, the last... God, here we go again, Jace. This is Arsenal's last 5 fixtures. 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-1, 2-0 loss. They don't score goals.
Yeah, but Liverpool at home, they scored 3. Oh no!
How long ago? That was when they were at their. Let's have a look at it, shall we? So, yeah, they ironically they scored. This is ridiculous. So, versus Brentford, they won 3-0. Versus Tottenham, 3-1. 3-0 against some whoever that European team is, Budeo. They score 3 goals against Liverpool, and then all of a sudden it's the 1 goal. I think Dan's here in the chat at the moment, but like I just, if I look at all this here, these scoring 3 goals is just a complete anomaly, because prior to that it was 2-1, 3-1 to Man United, 2-1, 2-1, then they had a 3-0 and a 4-2.
Yeah, I agree. But the gut says it's going to be a disaster. There's going to be like a 4-5-0 for me. And then I have Kane, who also is on penalties. I mean, Saka's on penalties, but I just don't want to captain Saka. I don't know. I have my team for the points, but he trolled me at the beginning of the season, and I don't like him right now. I would pick Rashford if I had 2 free transfers after this game to go Saka to Rashford, but I don't know. It's going to be hard to pick the captaincy. I have.
But Nottingham Forest are no mugs like their last 4 games. Here we go.
Yeah, they've been better.
So why, again, please go for a different
What does
captain.
Dan thinks it's going to... What's Dan's prediction against Nottingham Forest? Go on, Dan. Let us know what your thoughts in the chat are. But Steve-O, carry on finishing what you're saying. Sorry.
Yeah, the reality of the situation is that you think if a team is going to... It's like Fire Toggle always says to me, well, if you think this is going to happen, why are you going to captain against that particular player? If you genuinely think Nottingham Forest are going to lose 3 or 4 goals, and Jesus, who's done nothing for the past God knows how many games.
Yeah,
whereas
Saka
Saka's
is just a better option. Penalties, I think, as well.
Yes.
And even Kane. I think Kane might be even a better, but I just do not want to captain Holland this game week. I do not want to captain him, and I think he comes on like a 20-25 minutes, and he may even score in like... I don't think he scores more than 1 goal if he comes for like half an hour, 30 minutes. But I'm still gonna take either Saka, Jesus, or Kane. Is probably... I would captain Salah if I had him, but I don't have him. Salah would be, I think, not an easy option for captaincy, but I think he's by far the best. Of course, if Haaland wasn't flagged, I think Haaland.
So are you regretting not having Liverpool assets?
Right now, yes, but I don't know. Can you see the? You can, of course, but I had. From the start of the game, I have Robertson, Trent, and Salah. And that's the worst. This is the absolute worst year to have a triple up of Liverpool. And Robertson and Trent scored like... I don't know, they had like 7 blanks in a row, or just the Bournemouth game. And I was just so done with them. And now, I thought Trent was going to be injured for longer. Salah is now playing more of the attacking positions, but I do like the triple Arsenal. I think this game week can be a big green arrow. If Haaland scores 2 goals off the bench, I'm not even gonna think once till the end of the season who to captain. It's gonna be insane. Well, I mean, it's already insane. He's gonna score like 40 goals if he continues. It's just... And all the stats show that it's not even... Maybe it's a little bit of luck, but they have so many chances for him. He's clinical. He's on penalties. It's absolutely insane this year.
We got a couple of comments. The best. Sorry, Foden.
Okay. Yeah, Foden. Yeah. If he plays, he's, I think, the best value in the game right now. Him and, I don't know, in my opinion, if he starts the game 90 minutes, he was...
Him and Martial when he's fit.
Oh, Martial, but he's like... He's
made of glass, right? He's made of glass.
Yeah,
we got Just a Dad posting stuff and Dan in the chat saying, but you haven't got Mitrovic, you're Serbian. Serbian without Mitrovic, who'd have thought that?
I thought going for Mitrovic, but he was injured, and now I went for Kane instead of him. I wanted to go Mitrovic and Salah, but I went for combinations. I had Madison, I had... and I might get him. I don't know. Does Fulham have after the World Cup what their fixtures are going to
be? After the World Cup, they've got Fulham. You're looking at
Palace, Southampton. It's not bad. I mean,
Crystal Palace, Southampton. Yeah.
I mean, he could be I just think of... I don't know what you guys think about this.
Leicester.
I really think that one premium, just Haaland captain, and all of the money goes into the rest of the team, have a very, very strong 11, maybe even bench rotations.
I just want to say, Boxing Day is Amazon Prime.
Oh, they've
updated it, yeah. Boxing Day is Amazon Prime. So do you know what that means, Steve-O?
I'll be going to bed.
No, it means that all day we're going to be doing streams.
I'll tell you what, you can go on with Harry. I think Harry invited us on to do a 12-hour stream, and I said no. I think he must be getting a load of content creators together to do that, and you can do it, Jay, so you can represent us.
I don't speak to other FPL content creators. They're like...
All the same.
they're in their own little world, aren't they?
I understand that they need to be competitive, and the only one bad one who has a bad season is the black box guy. I forgot his name, but even Mark, yeah, he is very, very unlucky. I think he didn't make too many mistakes. He's just very unlucky. And Son is having atrocious season, and Holland is having the best season of any FPL. Maybe Salah last year or whatever. But all of the others have the same exact team, and
they're not all
videos.
playing on the Boxing Day though. We've got 7 teams playing on the Boxing Day, 2 teams playing on the 27th, and then Man City playing on.
Yeah.
What?
I know it's just TV, isn't it? Exactly.
Bloody. That's annoying. Anyway, where were we with this conversation?
We're all over the place. Now it was the Mark from the Black Box and the rest of the content creators or FPL experts or whatever you wanna call them. All called on Foden, and he didn't play. It's just such a game of luck. A lot of course, planning and skill, but I think you had Rashford for that Arsenal game. Got you probably a lot of rank, and now they said Saka and Foden battle who goes in. They both blanked. I mean, they were good options, but they both blanked. And like Trossard out, he scored. Madison out, he scored. And even Son, like for Son to score in one game, in what, like 12 game weeks, after winning the Golden Boot. This season is just, and of course at the beginning, the big on the back and nobody scoring points. Very, very different season. It's just that I think for me, at least, I don't know about you guys, but Haaland kind of ruined this beginning of the season.
You've got 2 schools of thought. There are people that are going, no, Haaland's not ruining the game because everyone's captain him. It's making you think more about the rest of your team. It's just making the captaincy dilemma gone.
Yeah, it's just one less dilemma.
So they're like, no, it's not ruining the game. It's just making people think a bit more carefully about the rest of their team. Whereas then you got other people that are saying, no, it is ruining the game because the captaincy pick should be a skilled decision that you make, that you benefit from each week. However, whichever side of the argument you're on, you have to say that it is a different weird season. Like at the back, we're not seeing a lot of points coming from defense.
Yes, exactly. Just like Trippier and from time to time, some Cancelo having like 5 games for 2 points and 1 game for 25 points.
Yeah, so
very hard.
It's a very odd season. I think Liverpool as well, being so flat, has scuppered a lot of people's sort of initial few weeks. Like you said, I mean, yourself having Trent, having Robertson, having Salah,
and Trent,
it's affected a lot of people's off the starting block. Especially people holding on to Liverpool, thinking they'll turn a corner, and they didn't. Arguably now they are looking like they are starting to. But
when I transfer them all out,
yeah, that's the biggest thing, isn't it? Right. So yeah. Are you set for? So your team's looking fine, absolutely fine.
Yeah, it's looking fine.
Just wanted to come and see how we were doing, and I think for my point of view, where are you in the world?
I'm 1.125 mil.
Yeah, you're
I think if I just
both of us. There you go.
It's just like some lucky. Like I had Tony for his hat trick. I had Madison for his whole. But it's just the Salah captaincy and the Haaland just being absolutely, it's ridiculous. I mean, I played last season, and Mo Salah was doing maybe a little bit better because he's like a midfielder and he gets more points and I don't know what. But Haaland captain right now. I mean, Fulham and Brentford. He's like everybody's gonna have him captain probably. Whoever plays a little bit serious, they're gonna have him captain, and maybe even for the rest of the season. So that's just a little bit boring, but
I just had to bring Dan on because Dan's
to hear his thoughts.
well on your Jesus. Dan, you might want to mute the stream, mate.
Oh, he's an Arsenal supporter. That's why. Okay.
Just brought you up because Lex has obviously gone with Jesus captaincy at the moment. What's your thoughts on that? Do you think that he should stick to his instincts, or do you think he should switch it out for maybe one of Kane, maybe, or even maybe Foden, even though there's a question mark on whether he starts?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like he's done quite well so far this season with some of his more ballsy picks. So kudos on that. But yeah, Jesus he's due a haul at some point. Obviously he came on late last night, and then prior to that, against Southampton had a couple of chances, and then PSV the week before was trying to almost walk the ball into the net. I think, if he gets one against Forest, then the floodgates could open. But Forest coming on the back of a clean sheet, home to Liverpool, away to Brighton. So I don't think it's going to be as easy as people might expect.
Okay, so looking at his team, is there another captaincy shout that you think he should look at other than Jesus? I think it's his best, probably his best option, personally.
Let's just have a little look.
I don't think it's the best option. I think of the team.
Well, what's a better option?
If you want to go differential,
Kane.
it would be Saka.
Saka.
I mean, yeah, like Steve-O's saying, if you want to be a bit even more ballsy, then maybe Saka.
But that's even more ballsy.
Hey?
You say it's even more ballsy.
Even more ballsy. As ballsy as you can get.
Well,
I mean, last fixture, Arsenal scored a goal, and I see it's a white assist to Granit Xhaka, and I have 3 attacking assets, and none of them got an assist or an attacking. It was just pain. I thought, let's go for Saka goal, Martinelli assist, anything, and it's Ben White to Xhaka, who Xhaka's been very good for the price.
Xhaka's been playing brilliant this season. I was actually at that Southampton game last Sunday, and yeah, I mean, Xhaka's been getting in all those forward positions. He's basically playing how he plays for Switzerland, but now for Arsenal, because it's been in advanced positions. And then Ben White playing in that right back position. He sort of started to gradually ease his way into the position and started to overlap more, because at the start of the season he wasn't really overlapping, and that was hindering Saka's game. But no, there's been a couple of times where he's put in a few nice crosses, and I think, like particularly last night, we missed that because Tomiyasu he's just a defender, really, and a solid defender at that, but he just doesn't attack really. No, Saka was in good form prior to that, so if you're feeling lucky, go for it.
Saka's in better form than Jesus of recent games.
Yeah, and he's also on penalties, I think, and
yeah.
But it doesn't translate to anything in FPL. But when Jesus has a ball, it's just, you expect something insane from him, and he is absolutely brilliant dribbler, passer, very skillful. But maybe Saka is a better option. It's just that Jesus has, when he has the ball, all eyes are on the ball. It's just phenomenal, and I'm very happy he has come to Arsenal, since having a Jesus on the bench in City. I mean, he did play, not 90 minutes every game, but he did play. I think it's by far the best option Arsenal could have got on that striker.
Yeah, I was surprised
yes.
when we got him.
And then there's Kane. I don't like Spurs, but I think Kane is
Thank you, Andre.
brilliant this season. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
it's still a difficult decision.
For me, Jesus is probably the one best captain out of that team. But Saka, strong argument for Saka being on penalties as well, obviously in a better form.
Yes.
But I think Jesus, like Dan said, is due a haul.
Yep.
And I think that this is as good as any game for him to do that in. So
Yes, it's one of the best.
yeah.
of course.
So yeah. I mean, I would argue that Kane is probably more of a differential than.
Well, to throw in a bit of to throw a grenade into the whatever the saying is, Dan's got the captaincy on Jesus. Jace.
Is he?
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
And he has Mitrovic. That should have been my team.
There we go. Let's get
I
let's get
have
Dan's
for
team.
now, but you know what I'm like. I can see myself just going, oh, Haaland. I don't know. Yeah, I just feel like I need to do something to push myself up the league a little bit. So, yeah. Great minds think alike, eh?
Dan, I don't know why you came on to show you that team's fine. Absolutely nothing to talk about with that team.
I came on,
Nothing
if I'm
to do.
honest. Hey, I came on because I'm bored out of my effing mind, if I'm honest. It's Friday night, long day at work, come back and I'm like, are the guys going to be streaming? And I just thought, I don't know, come on and just, yeah. I know we can't swear, so I'm trying to restrict myself here. But yeah, a lot of teams are looking the same though, aren't they?
Yes, especially mine and Stevo's. Let me bring on animations as well. Bring him into the party. Hello, animations. We're just going to continue to chat whilst we go through Dan's decision making before we bring you in. You just wanted to chat. So you're gonna. So what out of 100%, what percentage are you at right now that Jesus will be your captain come the deadline tomorrow morning?
So 70%.
If not, it'll be Haaland, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean,
So what are you looking to hopefully hear tomorrow? You know, are you looking to try and get some alpha, some leaked news?
I don't deal with any of that stuff, mate. I just go on what I see on the
Are you going
pitch,
to be on
mate.
Twitter? No. Are you going to be on Twitter scouring to find out about Haaland?
I haven't got time for that, mate. I'll just pick up the phone to Pep and see what's going on. I haven't got time for all this Twitter mind games. You know, certain accounts
Follow
that are
FPL
cloning other accounts. Yeah, I was going to say that actually. Yeah, with his changes his bloody username more than I changed my socks. But I mean, no, I just go with what I see. I mean, Jesus, he looks quite frustrated. It's like Lexi was saying, you know, he's fantastic dribbler, very skillful technique, but he's not going to get you like 25 goals a season or be that, you know, really clinical, prolific striker. But he's certainly got a, you know, opportunity on Sunday. But, you know, Forest are coming off the back of 2 excellent results though. So it feels a tad risky, but then you can't say that all season just captaining the same player. It just gets a bit boring.
Well, that's what we've been saying all along, that, or as Jason was making the point, that the point we're trying to get at is that when you are wanting to go slightly different because you believe a player has got a better fixture than Man City, Haaland still seems to pop up and get a hat-trick or whatever. But I think this week is a week where you can captain someone different. I generally do think that if you're really thinking that Arsenal are going to beat Nottingham Forest quite comfortably, go with it. We haven't even spoke about your Bowen replacement yet.
Good old Almiron, bloody Jack Grealish's best mate.
Oh man, I can't believe that. Yeah, Jack Chater must be loving it right now. You know,
well, I mean, Almiron's playing out of his skin, isn't he? I mean, I think he's always been a hard-working player.
Yeah, he's always had an engine on him.
Yeah. And then now, I think Eddie Howe deserves a lot of credit, to be fair, because, you know, obviously they've got these owners and everything, but Almiron's been there for a few years, and yeah, he's just, I mean, I think that Jack Grealish comment might have just, I don't know, it might have put a bit more fire in his belly, really. It was a very weird...
Just remind everybody what the comment was.
So what it was, end of last season, obviously Man City won the league. They had all the celebrations. They were being filmed, and he was with Bernardo Silva, and he was hammered, and he was saying, "Oh, the key to them winning the title was taking off Mahrez because he was playing like Almiron." So it was a very,
Oh my gosh.
it was a very weird dig, and I thought it was quite crass, really. And
it's a bit-
funny, you know, Grealish. I mean, he's talking all this, but Pep didn't trust him for this game away to Dortmund when they'd already qualified. He came on for the last 10 minutes, and there he is, looking pleased as punch to be coming on for 10 minutes. And it's like, look at what Almiron's doing now.
Mm.
You know,
he's proven that he's a much better player than what we've seen in previous seasons. So, yeah, I mean, like you said, he's had that fight. He's had that sort of like tenacity. He's had that drive. He's energetic. But if you start slotting away goals, he's a great valued FPL asset, isn't he? He really is. So yeah, I mean, having him in your team's good. I just want to say hello to Animations. Animations, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm doing good, mate. How you lot been doing?
Yeah, not bad. I'm just really. I always love seeing screenshots of people's teams because I always see things that are so different to mine. And your mobile, you've got your browser link at the bottom of your screen as opposed to the top. What's going on there?
That's because I'm on iPhone. That's why. I screenshot of that. So I don't know. Can you change that? Can you on iPhone?
Oh, is that what happens when you screen share? Is it goes to the bottom?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh right, it just looks so odd seeing the URL address bar at the bottom of the screen. I was just thinking, is he just you prefer it that way? That's all good. The moral of the story is don't use iPhone. I mean, but Apple. I mean, Apple's just too expensive for me. But no, thank you for coming on Animations. How you doing, mate? You had a good week?
Yeah, it's been fine. I was on the weekend with Steve-O, obviously talking about the thoughts of the game week and transfers and stuff like that.
Much of your thoughts changed over the last 6 days or so?
Well, yeah, a little bit. Like, I think now that Bowen's cropped up with an injury, or Moyes has said he's in an injury and he's not on pens anymore, or Bowen was jokingly saying that he's not on pens anymore. It's kind of made me think about what Steve-O was saying earlier about maybe getting Rashford in for Trossard. So I was thinking about doing that. And then, obviously, Steve-O was saying to someone in the chat about Robertson, about maybe he might play over the weekend. Simicast might play whoever they've got in the Champions League. And then, yeah. And the only other thing I was thinking about was with Firmino, is it worth making that switch to Darwin?
No.
No. So the only main question I was thinking was,
Firmino, if you watch Liverpool play, Firmino is heavily involved in the attack. He is heavily involved. So even if he doesn't get the goal, he's up there as being the assister. With Liverpool in that midfield, multiple goal scorers, I still see Firmino being the most likely to be involved in the majority of the goals. Just because of the nature of how he plays, where he plays on the pitch, and who he links up with. Firmino, for me, switching to Nunes, because he could easily backfire on you. Easily. So have both, but don't. I mean, unless you know something that I don't about Nunes, I wouldn't be switching Firmino to Nunes. And I think that your Bowen switch to Rashford, I like personally. Other than that, your team is looking solid.
You wouldn't take out Robertson for a hit then, for like a Ben White, for example. No, I wouldn't. Well, I wouldn't, because against Leeds, chance of a clean sheet is high. Chance of an assist is high. It is decent, I would say. No, I wouldn't be taking Robertson out ahead of home to Leeds. So that's probably it then. Probably for me, I'll probably just do the Rashford move then, I guess. We'll my 1-3.
Yeah, Rashford is I think a good choice. Anthony is he too expensive? He doesn't play 90 minutes.
Are you sure?
But he's nailed, I think.
No, I just like the Rashford pick though, because it's just fun, isn't it? Just watching TV scores with no Martial as well, or the whole thing with Ronaldo and all that. Like,
I think Rashford on the left-hand side is against West Ham. I would be more confident owning Rashford on the left against West Ham than I'd be owning Rashford down the middle up front against West Ham. I think the output from Rashford against the team that's going to sit back and frustrate and not play a high line is better on the left than it is. He's better on that left hand wing. I mean, a lot of his goals, even when he goes through on goal with a 1-on-1 with a goalie, anyway, he's normally towards the left hand side. So I think that for me, that team, just one transfer is enough. Don't take a hit.
No, I don't think I will now, to be fair. You guys are convinced me.
Brian Tavares says in the chat, 5 goals this season from Rashford have come when Ronaldo is on the pitch. Again, agreed. The output from Rashford increases when he's on the left, and he's got, someone like Ronaldo in the box, to draw defenders away, and to create space for him to cut in from that left. So let's just see. I mean, I'm a little bit gutted I can't get Rashford in. So
you can, but it'd be for a hit.
Well, I'm not going to be taking a hit to get him. But I wouldn't do Zaha to Rashford this week. I'd wait till next week. But yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, I hope that's helped you with your thought process.
Yeah, defo has. On another note, though, I think you definitely need to play Ben White this week over Dallo. I think there's just a better chance of a clean sheet. But I know there's that Man United stuff that you love and stuff. So yeah.
If I don't have him in my team this week, I don't have any Man United starters in my team.
Yeah. No, I'd keep Dallo then. Like you said, if Ronaldo does play, even Ronaldo, just Dallo could easily get like an assist, for example.
Yeah.
Oh, and last week we were wondering how the wild card works regarding the World Cup. It literally comes into play the second game week 17 finishes.
Yeah, in the game updates.
Or 16 finishes. It's just wild card instantly.
Oh, mate.
We're gonna be having fun on some streams there, Steve-O.
Well, I don't know. I don't think
some assembly teams, wildcard teams, assemblies.
Yeah.
Start from scratch. So who would our team be? Optimal team for game week? What was it game week 17, 18?
Yeah, 17. Yeah.
No, it isn't. It's game week 17. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. That's crazy, isn't it? The next game week is Boxing Day.
Yeah, after the World Cup. When does Dan? You'll know. When does the World Cup finish?
The 22nd.
I think it's either second week of December. Towards the end of that.
Oh,
I think.
Is it? Well,
I don't know.
Cup
I don't know if it's
final. World Cup final is on the 18th of December.
Okay, close then. Yeah.
Wow.
Such a weird. This whole doing it hard. It's just nonsense, really. But and then obviously there'll be lots of fixtures.
It's going to be really strange, isn't it? Watching. It'd be a cold winter, in December, watching the World Cup where it's quite sunny and hot.
What time are the games?
I don't know. I don't even. I'm not.
I thought you were World Cup.
I'm not. Listen,
games?
you got it wrong.
Games?
I mean, the thing is, this World Cup is just stupid being in the middle of. I love international football and I love supporting England at the big tournaments, but it's just all about money. It's all about greed. It's all about corruption, and it's just. I could get too political here, so I don't want to go into it, but yeah. I mean, obviously I'll be watching it.
Kicks off on Sunday, November the 20th at the Al Bayt Stadium, where the hosts take on Ecuador in Group A.
I'll be wearing my Ecuador shirt, put it that way.
The tournament was originally set to begin a day later with Senegal's game against the Netherlands at Al Tuhuma Stadium, but Qatar's match was moved forward in August to allow for them to open up the home tournament.
And what time are these matches, James?
They are... Kickoff is 7 p.m.
in England,
UK time, 7 p.m. So it looks like the kickoff Qatar versus Ecuador on a Sunday is 7 p.m. And then Monday, this is when we're starting to see some issues. Monday's game, bear in mind Monday's a work day. Monday, England versus Iran is at 1 p.m.
Oh, brilliant!
And then on the next, so we've got 1 p.m., 4 p.m., and 7 p.m. seem to be the times.
So
Oh no. There's a 10 a.m., a 1 p.m., 4 p.m., 7 p.m. So you got 10 a.m., 1 p.m., 4 p.m., 7 p.m.
So I'm guessing they're what, 3-4 hours ahead of us,
Yes.
time-wise. Wow.
That'll be a tough game. I know I won't get into it too much.
10 a.m.
But that'll be a tough game.
Looks like all games are 10 a.m., 1 p.m., 4 p.m., 7 p.m. So the first English,
That'll be a very, very
English
tough
game
game.
is the first England game against Iran is at 1 p.m. On the Monday the 21st, and then when's the next game? England's second game, Tuesday the 29th, is on 7 p.m. So
Is that against the US?
that's against
Wow.
Wales.
Ooh, that'll be tasty.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that. I admit that.
and then the next one.
Wales in our group. Well, I say our group like I care, but Wales are in England's group.
Yes.
What is England's group?
We've got the US as well. So US, Wales, and Iran. A very tough group. People are underestimating those teams massively. So
Nah, England are battering.
no,
did
they
you
won't.
see the
because
Serbia
US
group?
are a lot better
Yeah,
than
so
they used to be.
here we go. So-
Wales is a derby, and Iran beat Uruguay.
So I missed out.
Wales are
I missed out United States. So we've got England versus Iran on Monday the 21st, and then on 25th we've got England versus USA at 7 o'clock in the evening, and then we've got Wales versus England on the 29th of November on Tuesday at 7 o'clock in the evening also. And then so then obviously then it goes to so it'll be Iran, USA, and then Wales, and then it will go down to the somebody listening.
I think Iran is a must-win, right? It's basically, I mean, the easiest game they
It's
can go.
not.
And then
It's not
USA,
easy because the thing is, Iran. I know it's going to be a very tough game. That, and if England draw or something, you can imagine the press are just going to be going for Southgate's neck, and then the pressure goes into the Wales game, and Wales
are not
like I said,
going to be racing their game. They're going to be playing like madmen to try and prove a point against England.
Yeah. So
did you guys see like the Serbia group or the Portugal? It's much, I think, harder. I don't think we're gonna make out of groups. It's gonna be so hard. It's Brazil. I think that's maybe even the toughest game, and then it's
Serbia got
Switzerland.
Brazil.
Yeah, it's Switzerland, Brazil, and Cameroon. Of course, African teams are always like dark horse. Anything can happen with them. And then Switzerland beat us last time we faced, knocked us out, and then Brazil as well. The amount of their attackers.
Wow.
Maybe I think we're gonna score a goal or two, but I think they're gonna score like 3 or 4. It doesn't matter. There's so much creativity in attacking them. It's so hard.
You've
to
got
beat.
Mitrovic, mate. I'm sure Mitrovic will get stuck into those other teams and batter them. So I'm
No,
sure.
I think we score. I think it's gonna be like. I hope we beat them, of course, but I think realistically it's gonna be like 3-1. But Switzerland is also a tough game. They got good defense and they're pretty good overall. It's gonna be. I mean, this is the best team that we had, I think, ever, and I don't know ever, but it's a very good team. It's just that even the Cameroon game can be very challenging. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. And then we have Portugal and Uruguay, Ghana, and South Korea. Imagine if Portugal. I mean, they will beat probably South Korea or Ghana, but Uruguay Portugal is gonna be a very, very fun game.
Well, I
And
mean,
of course,
in the
England,
chat,
Wales.
Brian Tavares, my mate, is saying Serbia lucky to even qualify because of no VAR.
Oh, I think that was the situation with Ronaldo's goal being over the line. But then Portugal at home versus Serbia, and they lose 2-1. That was the highlight of, I think, our decade of sports, to beat Portugal 2-1 in Portugal. And they needed to go to qualify a different way. They still, of course, qualified, but Italy knocked out by our neighbors Macedonia. That was that was shocking. I mean, what were the chances there?
He's
And that's
not,
why
Brian,
you guys.
not
Yes?
having it. He's saying the ball was 2 meters in the net, mate.
Yes, I agree. It was a goal, 100%. But I don't know the exact reason why there was no VR.
Mm.
But it was just 100% a goal. And yeah, I agree. I mean, if Italy lost to Macedonia, I think that there's no very easy game at the World Cup. And that's why I think the Wales England is going to be very, very tough. And then Iran will be a very good confidence boost if England win. And then the USA, I have no idea what is there, but
Well, they've got the player from Leeds that's been an interesting asset, haven't they?
Aaron Smith
midfield.
and Adams.
Yeah, the Leeds United midfielder. He's a good player, and it's the USA. So I mean, that'll be another tough game as well. Really, I think it will be. I suppose I'll get into it, but just as I say, it being in Qatar is just it's just corrupt, isn't it? Really, it's as simple as it gets.
Well, let's leave it at that, shall we? Let's not get political. I just brought in Warfare.
Good evening.
Hello. Just
Well, good evening.
how's it going with you and your team for this upcoming game week?
Well, the reason I came here, I'm going to ask you guys about the captain. So I've got two choices. I already made the choice myself, but I want to just, double check. Common sense. Hit me. The decision is between Salah and Kane.
Salah.
Wow, that didn't take long at all, did
yeah,
it?
but I think Salah.
I'll go with Steve-O's pick of Salah. 100%.
I think if you're not lucky enough to have Salah, but if you've still got Salah, then make the most of it, because Leeds just conceding goals for fun away from home. They're shot to injuries, so yeah.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. I brought in Salah for Nottingham Forest and Leeds. Captain him for Nottingham Forest. He did disappoint, but it's Leeds, and this season I'm trying not to make emotional decisions. So I might as well captain him again and hope for the best.
Captaining Salah is not an emotional decision. It's based on. That's
No, that's not what I meant.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's like you brought him in for good logical reasons, and you're keeping to your logic by captaining.
Absolutely. So when I said emotional decision, it wasn't this. It was, a lot of people. If you look on the FPL websites right now, the most transferred out player is Salah. So a lot of people transferred him out before Leeds. Now that would be an emotional decision, and quite a silly one, to be fair.
Yes, if you got him in, you play him, you start him, you captain him. Yeah,
Okay.
Oh, that was nice and easy.
One more question.
very
Then.
easy pick.
So now one more question. I'm still playing Haaland, even if I don't think he's going to play at all, but he's still in the team because you never know. Which means the first one on the bench is quite important. Choices are
Andreas.
Ben-Mee.
Andreas sub.
Home to Everton, yeah.
Very quick questions. Answers, sorry.
Why Andreas and not Ben-Mee in this case?
Because he's in
Andreas
midfield.
is attacking,
Yeah, he's
isn't
an attacking midfielder against, I mean,
And in form.
yeah, with Ben-Mee, I still see Wolves having an opportunity in that game. Of maybe breaking that clean sheet for Ben-Mee. I mean, Ben-Mee's okay, but he's an okay second option to Andreas.
Okay.
Steve-O?
No, I think that it's literally a toss of the coin because Brentford are at home against a team that don't score goals, whereas Fulham are at home against a team who like to, keep it tight in defence. So I think they're both equal, in my opinion. But I just think because Andreas is just playing out of his skin at the moment, I think that Andreas is certainly is the
Wolves
second
have scored
sub.
in the last 2 of the last 4 games.
For me, it's 50-50, but I think Andreas, for his form, I think he's in
Wolves
good
scored
form.
away at Palace.
Let's have a look at this, shall we? Wolves.
Last 4 games,
Let's
they
have a
scored
look.
2. Got 2. Out of the last 4, they've scored in 2 of them.
Yeah, but prior to that,
Oh yeah, prior to that, yeah, they had
in
they had
fact,
Chelsea.
they've scored 2 goals in the last 6 fixtures. That's terrible.
Yeah.
That's appalling. and they only beat
Yeah,
Nottingham
but
Forest.
but the goals that they've scored have come in the last 4. Like the last, if you look at the
3.
the last 3. Sorry,
And to be fair, that Wolves could have got something against Leicester. It's just Ward had the game of his life, and I'm still sticking with my Costa. He will do something at some point. It's just a case of when, because apparently he has looked really, really good and performed very well for Wolves. It's just the simple fact that the people that he's playing against are having the games of their lives. So
yeah.
Maybe the game against Brentford could be when he ignites the fire and gets a
But
brace.
FPL Fozzie does say that Ben Mee is an aerial threat, especially from set pieces. So
He is, yeah. Plus, Ben Mee is one of.
but
Steelers
you've already got
boys, isn't
Tony.
Yes. Yeah.
So why not just diversify and go with another attacking option, but this time with Fulham instead of.
You're another one that's not going with You're the only one here, Jason, that's captain in Haaland. Everyone else here online is going with anybody but.
Wait a minute.
Warfare.
Did I say?
Why aren't you
No,
going
I've
with
gone with
Haaland?
Haaland.
Wait, did I say I'm captain in Haaland?
Yes.
Did I?
Yes, you did. And animations, you said you're captain Salah, didn't you?
No, I don't have Salah, do I? I was saying to you last week that I didn't have him.
Oh, sorry. You were thinking of if you had him, you'd captain.
No karma.
him. Sorry.
Yeah, I think I would if I did, but I think I'll stick. I'll either stick with Haaland or change it last minute to. I don't know, maybe Firmino as a punt. I don't know. I'm
I've
probably going to
ended
do
the
that.
poll. I've ended the poll. It's been going for God knows how long. Are you captain in Liverpool or Man City asset this week? So Man City 47%, Liverpool 35%, other 16%. So the majority of people are still captaining in a Man City asset.
Probably Haaland, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I mean, De Bruyne is also fine. I wouldn't go Cancelo, but De Bruyne is fine.
Yeah.
And Haaland is, maybe you captain Haaland for, even if he plays 25 minutes, most people will still have better Haaland for 20 minutes than, I don't know.
Early team news tomorrow
Salah.
is going to be interesting. I mean, again, there'll be a lot of people on Twitter trolling you. A lot of people out there waiting to troll you. So just be very careful where you get that team news from. And before you act on it, be assured that you've got corroboration and reputable sources for any team news information. And it's not just Boona with a different handle.
Correct. But look, the way I'm looking at it is actually it's very simple. I don't want to risk him coming on at the end for 10 minutes. And I still think he's one of the Pep's prized assets. And if there's anything wrong with him at all, my guess is he's not going to risk him because there's no point in risking him, right? That's what I'm thinking.
Well, we'll see. We'll see anyway. On that note, ladies, gentlemen, ladies, if you are watching, I will say good night because it's getting to the last, nearly 9:30. And I said to my lady that it's 2 hours. So. Been over 2 hours, Steve-O. 2 hours and 18 minutes we've been streaming for. On that note, is there any final things you want to say, Steve-O, and anyone else?
I've done my Rashford transfer. That's been done.
Hey.
So Rashford in for Trossard,
Nice.
and I think I'm just going to leave my team as it is, and then move into game week 15 with 2 free transfers, and I'll be looking at bringing in Kevin De Bruyne for Salah, and maybe getting in Foden as well. So basically copying your team.
Cheers, mate. Thanks. Yeah.
Thanks a lot, guys. Great stream. Thank you.
Thank you. And
Thank you, Wolfer.
Karma Baby says he's missed hearing your voice. So thank you for coming on, everybody. Alexa.
Yes,
My
thank
God!
you
I
guys
can't
for having
believe
me for
I
first
said
time.
your name and the device that the device.
Alexa.
Yeah, the Alexa device almost came up there. Thanks, Dan. Thank you, and
Thank you.
Michael earlier on
Good
tonight.
luck. Good luck,
Yeah,
guys.
good night, and
luck,
see
everyone.
you
Cheers.
the weekend. All the best.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.
Wave, Steve-O.
Me.